Okay, now I'm going to back this off to 0. Bring it down. Can we all see that mark? We are back at 0, and I'm going to engage this on the letter A. Here goes 1. Okay, the letter A is following so I'm going to start it on the number 2. Okay. I'm going to start it on letter B. Letter D. I tried B. Let's do 3. Okay. There is a problem. Okay, I expected to have 4 different starts here. So we're going to pause this and let me... I'm going to take a couple more cuts and just make this a little more pronounced. I'm going to do 20 thousandths. Back on 0. Okay, what I expected to happen there was to machine a 4-start thread at 8 threads per inch. Divided by 4 is 2. So it leaves the space for 3 more sets of threads. Clearly that didn't happen. So I'm going to get the literature out and read up on it. Probably shouldn't have cut that so deep because I probably want to resurface it now. And see if we can't get 4 threads per inch. I still learned something. I learned that this doesn't work. I've operated this lathe in back gear for the first time. It's important to learn something every day. Pratt & Whitney, 12 by 30. It's a thing of beauty. Okay, I'm going to end it right there. The moving it videos of bringing this machine into the garage is very entertaining. I would check it out. I might have made a playlist concerning that. If not, I will. I mentioned a couple videos ago I was having let's call it a change, an adjustment in my finances, my monthly finances. Now, we're all on Social Security. We all make about the same thing. And, well, most of us are of that age. So they're claiming that they've overpaid me. And I prepared a letter here. It turned out a little long-winded. 4 pages. I'll hit some of the highlights here, I guess. From me to them, reference SSA 561, request for reconsideration of overpayment, SSA 637, request for waiver of overpayment recovery. To it may concern, I'm submitting this letter form SSA 561 from SSA 637 and on these dates, claiming this amount was not considered my initial eligibility. However, the determination was eligibility determination correctly, but alleged the payment was subject to, well, the payment should be subject to the special earnings limit. Special earnings limit, there's a number for that. You need to look that up in case it ever falls on you. Basically, it exempts the money you made prior to filing for Social Security from the calculation of that year's income. I think that's clear. Okay, we are in back gear. We are set at 2.5 threads per inch. RPMs is 190. The compound is advanced 10. Thousandths. Then I'm going to start this first one on 1. I'm going to come down here and get some power. So we got quite a ways to go to work around the 1. So I'll just talk to you. Like I said, I'm not convinced I'm going to be able to even put a mark on this. I hope you can see that. I'm betting you can. And I'm hoping I can take that all the way to the end. Not going to chance it. Okay, back to 0. I'm leaving it at 10, and I'm going to start on A this time. I just passed it, so we're going to wait for A to come around. Okay, we're about there. And here comes A. I hope you're seeing that. again, I'm back to 0, and I am not going to advance the compound. I'm cutting the 3rd thread, which is on number 2. There's number 2. Advancing, cleaning, then I am going to start on B, the letter B as in boy, and I just passed it. I only hope you can see that. I might be able to do this if I just do it really slow. And here comes B, right in line. I'm going to go get my thread gauge after this and we will check it. Back to 0. I think we might have something here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to blue this thing up. Let me, I'll bring you back. Okay, I hope I achieved something here. So, we're going to do our second round here. We're going to start with 1, move on to A. Second thread will be, 1A, 2B. Now I'm going to put in another 10 thousandths, 15 thousandths. I got you in a better position, at least out of my way, so. Okay, we gotta work our way back around to 1. Here comes 1. I'm going to add another 10 thousandths. And we just passed 1. I want to see a mark on here. I want you to be able to see it. Okay, here comes D, and 1 follows D. Okay, this is going to be the money shot. Let me mute that man there. Yeah, I resorted to spray painting my part black. I have some die cam. I have no idea where it's at. I know it's in a Ziploc baggie, but beyond that, I have no idea. I found a place in my drawer that's got a lot of stuff stained blue, and you think that would be it, but no. Okay, just for general information and maybe some feedback, I've already fed in 97 thousandths just to make that little groove. So that's taken, it took 90 thousandths to get all the spring out of this machine. It didn't run out the way I see it. But if you know about it, you can compensate for it and blah, blah, blah. I'm going to go turn on the phase converter. Now, one observation I've made since I've started, and it's too late to do anything about it, is my tool is off center. I'm going to tighten it. It's off center in the tool in the tool post, in the tool holder. And if I straighten it out, it's going to throw all my threads off. So I just have to go with it. So I'm going to turn the lathe on. We're going to start with activating the half nut on 1, A, 2, and B. And that's going to give us our 4 lines. Now I hope this works. I hope we have some dramatic show here. We are set at 2.5 threads per inch for a grand total of 10 threads per inch. I'm going to grab my thread gauge. Let's check that. Okay, I got the 10 thread per inch leaf right here. And it is right on. This material is some kind of crazy hard stuff. I got this from Metalworks Machine Shop. Doug at Metalworks Machine Shop gave me some drops, and as a kind of a parting gift, I went to visit his shop. So if he remembers this cutoff, when I haven't changed the profile any, so he might know what this is. But beyond that, I have no idea other than it's some tough stuff. Okay, the lathe is on. I'm really hoping for a show here. Okay. I need to activate the half nut. Hold on a minute. The half nut should already be turning. There we go. Didn't have the feed engaged. Okay, we're coming around to C. 4, then D and 1. We'll start on 1. I have to move you, damn it. I missed 1, but I'm afraid the camera mount is kind of impeding my access to the half nut level. Okay, here we go. We're going to feed in 20 thousandths. Started on 1. We're going to feed in another 20 thousandths. in yet some more. Okay, now we're going to start on A. And here comes A. This time we're going to start on number 2. I am getting the show along. Next we start on B. It's kind of a long way away. I think we got a show this time. Pretty freaking cool, if you ask me. I'm going to start on 1. I'm going to advance my tool. So, I think I've... Okay, I'm ready to start my next cut. Everything's set. Okay, that's, I could just shorten this video up to 4 or 5 minutes and just show that. That's kind of what I wanted to show. I'm going to continue working on that off camera and see if I can take it all the way to fruition. Huh? Fruition? Huh? Yeah. I have a bit of a vocabulary because I've spent 22 years listening to audiobooks. So, it makes me sound smarter than I am, trust me. And come back, I'll show you how I figured all that out. Well, everybody's probably wondering how I figured that out, how I came to my settings. I don't even like to read instructions, let alone. Downloaded this from vintagemachinery.org. You can read that. I'm not going to read it to you. This one is pretty much specific to my machine, whereas some of the other literature that I have doesn't necessarily correlate with. Yeah, this is all Model B. So there's some drawings, and some exploded views, and some pictures, and some legends with part identification. There's some camlock spindle nose information. There's some headstock gear train. So here's the gear train test. Here's the spindle. When you're operating in back gear, as this lever is indicating, you're operating this top spindle primarily. When you're using regular gears, you're primarily spinning this center gear train, which is pushing the spindle. And the train below that is kind of focused on the feeds, I think, because I can reach up in the bottom of that and correct my feeding issues pretty readily. So here we go. Chart for special threads. Now, let me light this up so I can see what you're seeing. Okay, I'm going to show half of this page and hold it there. And then I'm going to show the bottom half. Okay. Lead screw 1 1/4 D 6 PI RH single. Indicator pin 24T. 1 turn dial indicates 4 inches advance on the lead screw. Method using the dial. For even threads that are multiples of 6, half nut may be engaged at any point. For even threads that are not multiple of 6, half nut may be engaged at any graduation. For odd threads, half nut may be engaged at alternate graduations. Half nut may be for fractional threads and halves. Half nut may be engaged at opposite graduations. Use the same graduation each time. For further fractional threads, use the dial. It is not recommended. Readings being either fractionally or less than more than 1 full turn of the dial. So that's all way over my head. I have no idea what they're talking about, except for that first part. Okay, here's another diagram, and I'll hold that there so you could get a screenshot if you wish. And then here, now there's the meat and the potatoes here. Chart for multiple thread indexing with thread chasing dial. Lead screw GPI-RH Acme. Indicator pinion 24T. 1 turn of dial equals 4 inches of travel of carriage. Cut multiple start threads. Close half nut at 1 graduation and take the first cut. Open the half nut change to position shown in the table below. Okay, so here's the table below, and I'll show you what we just did. So I just did 10 threads per inch. So here's instructions for 2 starts, use 1 and 2. For 4 starts, use 1A, 2, and B. So we're setting our machine at 2.5 threads per inch. The lead is 2/5. 2 start is 5, 4 start is 10. So if you do the 2 start threads, you're getting 5 threads per inch. 4 start thread, you're getting 10 threads per inch. Let's go up here to this chart. Let's go 13 threads per inch. So you want to set it 3 1/4. The lead is 4/13. 2 start, you're getting 6.5 threads per inch. 4 start, you're getting 13 threads per inch. And here for 4 start, you're using 1, 2, 3, and 4. For 2 start, you're using 1 and 3. So there's 2 different categories. Now down here for 2 start, use numbers 1 and A, or start at any number and change to any letter. And that is for 6, 10, 14, 16, 22, and 26 threads per inch. So for 26 threads per inch, you set it at 13. Now, why didn't it work the first time I did it? Okay. Even threads 2, 4, 6, example, cannot be indexed. So I was trying to do 2, 4, 6, 8. I was trying to do 8 threads per inch in the very beginning of the video, when I had no success. Okay, I'm getting some kind of file can't be supported. That's it. I already did this, but I can't play the file. I want to thank a new subscriber, Bill Lucino, L-U-A-U-L-I-C-I-N-O. That'd be Bill. Thank you, Bill. And there's another guy here. Where'd he go? My channel introduction. I want to introduce Puddin's Fab Shop. And there's Bill. Where's the other new subscriber? Oh, Baziga, J Baziga, B-A-A-Z-I-G-A. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you, and I hope this file will play. Like and subscribe. Tell a buddy. Bring a friend. Okay, this is the same material. You can see down here is the old threads. Because my tool, where is it? Despite breaking it, but because my tool was cockeyed, I was making contact down here on the tool holder. So these leading threads were getting rubbed flat until it went forward enough to pick up, for the cutter to pick up the point. If that made any sense. I've obviously switched to high-speed steel here, and I am all set up. We are going to give it a go. We're going to start on 1A, 2, and B. I'm going to dial in 10 thousandths because I'm not sure how this is going to act this time. And here comes one. Okay, we're going to go a little deeper. Now we're at 30 thousandths. And we're going to start at 1. Okay, this time we are starting at 2. No. We're going to start at A. Forget that. I could have done 2 and went back to A. And there's A. Now we're going to go to number 2. Kind of hung up here. I don't know what's going on. I must have had a chip. Now we're going to A. Where are we going? We got 1A. We're going to get a 2 this time. I'm already at 30 thousandths. And here comes 2. The next start will be B. Now we're going to start off at 1 again. Now we're going to feed in first. 20 thousandths. We just missed 1. Okay, here we're coming around. I'm going to come back and do another 10 on top of that and then do 30 on 2. So I'm going to start at 1 again. And do 10, and then when I do A for the second time, it'll be a 30 thousandths cut. Okay, I'm getting some kind of file can't be supported. Now that's it. I already did this, but I can't play the file. I want to thank a new subscriber, Bill Lucino, L-U-A-U-L-I-C-I-N-O. That'd be Bill. Thank you, Bill. And there's another guy here. Where'd he go? My channel introduction. I want to introduce Puddin's Fab Shop. And there's Bill. Where's the other new subscriber? Oh, Baziga. J. Baziga, B-A-A-Z-I-G-A. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you, and I hope this file will play. Like and subscribe. Tell a buddy. Bring a friend.